Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are looking at You're My Queen by Bee's Knees Lacquer. I am very excited for this polish. This polish is sort of sagey, but more like a seafoam running into the arms of a pistachio. Very romantic. This is a green base with quite a bit of gray in it and just a helping of blue. For once, I'm actually not quibbling with the Bee's Knees description. I suppose you could see the base as a very pale jade, but I feel like it doesn't give you the best idea of how much gray is in this. The shimmer moves between an aqua and a magenta. If the polish looks more turquoise at times, that is the shimmer pulling the color more blue. When I said I felt disappointed in Love is Sharper Than Any Steak when I wore it, this polish was the distraction. I just wanted to put this on so badly. It's sad when an adult has trouble with delayed gratification. This polish looks nice in one coat, but it is very pale. I suspect most people are going to want 3. Even in 3, this is still quite sheer. If translucent is not your jam, this polish is not for you. This color is extremely gorgeous. I only have one other polish I think looks anything like a sage green or a pale jade. I want to compare the two in future. They share some similar elements like a scattered holo, but I think they will read a little bit differently. To do comparisons, I need to find a setup that allows me to film myself painting something other than my thumbs. I am actually a dirty edge of the desk polisher when I'm not on camera. I know, but I'm shaky and inaccurate. I have a couple of ideas for how I would like to try polishing my other nails on camera. I'm going to do a little bit of experimentation to see if I can get a good shot that way. I also know that my current background isn't all that aesthetic. I'm just using a piece of felt as a background right now. I'm hoping to change that a little, but I need to do some more looking around. This is another lion sibling where my expectations for a face full of holo were met. I could see it inside in the LED, and we will see it later in the sun. It's funny, I thought my sun footage might be skewed, but the problem is that I'm looking at my nails inside and the shimmer is so much stronger. You will see that when we get to the full hand shots. And here's where we ride along the bumpy road of contradiction. I don't think this looks good in 2 coats. But what did I do on my other fingers? 2 coats on the rest of my nails. So we'll be seeing all the full hand shots with only 2 coats. I know I'm making this seem very dire, but you'll see when we get to that footage, it's not as bad as maybe I'm making it out to be here. A couple of my nails are patchy, but 2 of them do look as I would have expected in 3. So it's not like you won't be seeing good footage, just it's not totally consistent. I think I just need to admit to myself that if I need 3 coats on my thumb, there's a good chance that one of my other nails might just be accidentally patchy somewhere, and I should just do 3 coats. This is my internal child saying, I think I could get away with this. So, welcome to the 3-month era where I overcorrect and do 3 coats of everything until I forget what just happened and try my luck again. I just found myself unsatisfied with 2 coats. In 1 coat, I felt this looked, I want to say subtle for me, but in 2, I just wanted more color, more shimmer. So I just felt my thumb needed that 3rd coat. Again, in retrospect, I should have just done 3 coats across the board, but we're past the point of being able to change that now, so we're moving on. And with the 3rd coat finished, you can see, I think the shimmer looks more even, the base coat looks more even. I think it's more cohesive in 3 than it was in 2. And in just a second, we're going to make our way into the sun shot. My pinky and my ring finger do have some unevenness. My index finger and my middle finger look very good. I think I just incidentally got more polish onto my nails. But all 4 nails are only 2 coats. What this tells me is that if you were both more generous with polish and more careful in your application, and you had short nails, you could get away with 2. I am devoted to a maximum of 3 coats as a moral imperative, unless my own incompetence forces me to do more. In the sun, I think you're mostly getting the base color. There's a little bit of that aqua shimmer, and as I move my hand over to the left, you can see some of that pinky magenta shimmer popping out. I think you're also getting a good idea of how glowy the holo is, and I'm really enjoying how it looks in the sun. I think if you wanted to stretch things, this could be a Squidward color. However, I do think there are other polishes that look more like Squidward than this one, but I think if you were in a pinch, it could work. In the shade, I think the base looks quite gray, which is what I saw in person. The shimmer is still aqua, but I could swear I'm seeing a little bit of purple, a little red in there as well. When I swing around to the right, there might also be some peach and some gold. This reminds me of a sea cucumber. I'm not sure when anyone would need that on their nails, but it also resembled a green tree frog for me. This would look good paired with a taupe or a pale pink to represent their little bellies. The rose-ringed parakeet also has a pale neck coloration that matches this quite well. You would need to bring in a bright orange, a yellow, and a lime green to go with it, but I think that could look interesting. Parrots came to mind because this reminded me of the Makin' Bacon Pancakes parrot. That one is a monk parrot. Not all monk parrots are that pale sagey mint, but he happens to be. Inside, that dustiness is bumped up a notch again. I'm still seeing the magenta and the aqua shimmer, but I was also amazed to see how well that holo continued to show. I was not expecting that at all. I took this footage in the evening, so there's little to no sunshine from the window, just artificial light. This could also be a tardigrade. They are borderline microscopic organisms that are famed for being nigh indestructible. They look like an AI's idea of an inflatable bear. They could also be compared to a funhouse mirror plushie. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Next video, I'll start the Halloween extravaganza. Perhaps this is the unofficial start. For today's clip, we have a blue jay. They fly away so quickly that they tend not to make great shorts, but those very short clips can fit here. Please enjoy a clip of my blue jay snatching a couple of peanuts and evacuating.